Hello, different episode, different place. I know it should be kind of vlog part, but you know what? This is how we roll. Check it out. Would I be able to show you that in my room? Not really. I haven't gone anywhere for a while, to be honest, and I know the summer is almost over. Not really. I know. So I have some socks on my needles, and this is a cool thing, and I kind of having this theme for a while to making knitting friends. So I would say go check that out. Link down below to my knitting group on Ravelry. You will have a thread swap and just read what people write. So you can write down that you want to swap as a surprise. I don't know, 5-10 gram beanies or whatever, or you have something and it doesn't have to be a surprise. You can show what you have. So anyway, I swapped with Denise, and there's actually 2 leftovers. One at 13 grams and another one I just joined because it did not, obviously, you know, I can't knit socks with 13 grams unless I would be doing the helix method, but I thought it's so pretty that I don't want to. I like this changing bit over here. This is Raja Viva color, I think, something like this. I'm not sure. I did a helix method over here, so I knitted up to 48 rounds and I start changing colors until I run out of one, and then I'm now knitting nicely with another one. So I'm going to show you. So the first one looks like this. First one looks like this, and then the second one has some pinks in it. So that's for my second sock, and I had that's leftovers from Diane, and I used it already for the coffee talk socks. If you haven't checked that finished object video, check it out. And we're heading to the beach. But, you know, Ireland, fun part, it's raining, but we do not care. Yes, we don't. And here is our chauffeur? I don't know. Hello. Now Seb is taking me to Gallery Crafts, but there is also a nice coffee place. Red and yellow means that the lifeguard is present. So we have a tea now. All good things are wild and free. And the only thing we found to eat, no cookies, no sweets. We have just this jam, probably that we took one day from a hostel, isn't it? Because we don't buy stuff like that, so. Raspberry jam. Knitting. Normally when we are around water, we think about fish and chips. So we drew the town and then we parked, €1 parking for 2 hours, by the way. And then we decided to find something. We found at this place on the screen you have a photo, and we went in there and it was delicious. Really recommended. So Seb, let us know, did you enjoy your meal?
I have to wait another 5 minutes and I give you the answer.
What's the answer?
Because very good fish. The owner is, I think, Italian man.
It's very good. If he says it's good, it's definitely good. You know who cooks in this family. And I'm still knitting with Denise yarn. And look how pretty. This is 60-40. What I mean by this is when I finish toes, I do 60 rounds, mark for the heel, and I'm doing 40 rounds. And yeah, it's so much fun. I hope Denise is watching. So now, again, check the group and check the photos because, yeah, I took photos for the swap, so I need to just add it to the group. I haven't done that yet because we also like to share what we receive. And I think it would be really cool if we could share also what we knit with that yarn. So it's not only that we get it and we hoard it, but we're also what we are knitting with it. Well, I completely forgot about it, so I put it yesterday in the morning. It stayed through the night and now it's evening, so I'm going to take it out and see how it looks. Are you interested? Have I done it right? Let me see. So here it is. This is how it looks. You could see there are some spots on here that they're not properly dyed, and especially when you look inside. It's a mixture of white and red, but I don't mind. I think it has its own charm. So I'm going to put the water over here and rinse it, so all the excess of the dye will come out, hopefully. On the screen you can see now the photos that I took to Instagram to show my work in progress, and I'm knitting on the sleeve, and as I've written down over there, I'm not following the pattern. The pattern tells to have a double, to have it folded, and because I did not pick such a big negative ease, and you could see it on this photo for instance, this is the original photo of the pattern, my line for the sleeve starts slightly closer. Although it's not that close, but it's still kind of closer to my top of the shoulder. So that's why I decided to go like with a basic sleeve, but I'm going to do something with it, so stay tuned. Another day, another project, and I know I showed you Drops Flora, I think. I'm not sure was this or previous app, but I'm using Drops Lima. And it never happened before, but Seb asked me to knit something for someone. It never happened. That's my first time ever. So I'm knitting a shawl, DK weight shawl, and I'm playing with the yarn. 2 drinks. And because I'm a little bit shy, so I will not be showing you for a while at least, because I'm starting, I'm changing. I completely ripped the one that I was showing to a few people. I'm starting with different one. Construction. Is that still construction in shawl design? And I have some goodies over here too, so just in case you're wondering what my snacks are when I'm knitting sometimes. My plan is, hopefully it's on the channel. I have many plans, many ideas, and sometimes I record things but I don't post because I'm shy. But but I'm hoping to eventually kind of do a video, because this channel is slowly getting to 10k. Thank you. So yeah, I'm planning to record a video, so stay tuned for that. Or if that isn't already there, obviously once the channel reaches 10k, I will leave it for a while. So if you're watching it, it's there, check. If it's not there, it's going to be. So over here I have swap socks, basically swap leftovers. You can go to the Knitting I Love group and there's a thread. So now hopefully I have a finished object video on the channel, but you can see behind the scenes. Basically I've finished the knitting pair, and here it is. You can see I have one type of the sock, let's say it that way, or yarn, and then another one. However, I thought I divide them equally, but it did not look like that. So I still had, at 48 rounds, I decided to switch when I had this little bundle, so I knew that I'd be able to do a few rounds helix method. And it looks that the helix method took a while over here, so there was a big difference. I'm actually looking for a weight scale that would be more accurate than the kitchen scale. So if you know any of that, let me know. So here they are, so you can have a glimpse, just a glimpse. And I was able only to drink one tea, so I still have a few teas to drink from Denise, and I need to figure out what color is what. I think that's the first one. And here are my leftovers. This is from Toes, so the actual leftover is that much. Not that bad. So pretty. Just in case you're wondering, it's a 56 stitch sock. I do from toe up, I increase to 56, as I say. I do 60 rounds, mark for the heel, did 40, and then 9 rounds for 2x2, and then stretch bind off, and then at the end, fishlet. No, after that heel. That's that. I'm not sure why I kept it, but this was the tea that I was drinking, and you were able to see it at my previous episode. So yeah, I need to get into it. Which one next? Have you drank any of those? And now yarn that I got from Slovenia, a beautiful country. I would really love to go there, to be honest. I got a postcard. I can show you maybe a glimpse of it. Just that much. Because there's actually marking where the person lives, so maybe not to share too much, huh? And I got these two, and I know it meant to be, I think that was the standard swap, so it wasn't left over, and I'm really amazed with the yarn. So I've never knitted with Lana Grossa before, and if you're interested which one it's which, so you can see the colors 3738. And I'm thinking to go with the that's how they knit up. So which one I think this is the one from the photo, because I think for this one they just copied the photo. I think for the actual type socks they copied the photo. So I think the yarn on this is this one. I hope that makes sense. And this is kind of pinkish. Which one? I know you're probably screaming, come on Barbara, take a different color, because I use this one for the toes. And I just have it here, you know. I may put it inside, but if I find something different, I may edit. I think I go with this one. Because it's still summer and it's kind of summery vibe in it, isn't it? But if we could get maybe an orange or pink or blue, well, that's the only blue I have, I think. Look lovely. And that's my next cast on. When I get a chance, I'll try to cake it and then divide it into 2 equal cakes and try to see if I'll be able to make a matching socks, because it will look really cool if you have a matching ones. I hope you want to see my progress with the Navelli sweater. Okay, now if you're tuning in, Neville sweater is a crop sweater, so and that's that, fingering weight. You knit from the bottom up, you split, and then you add sleeves. The pattern actually calls for maybe that size of sleeves, but I decided, because this yarn is so beautiful, this blue thing, I can't just stop, like it's just amazing. I thought I will just use as much as I can, and I still have some left over, so do not worry, I may have some for swaps, or I may use it myself. I'm telling you, it's so good. Check the dyer. And so I split it to 2 equal balls, let's say that way, and I was knitting it. I knit with the one, and I had some bits left, and I decided to go to the other side. Obviously, you know, dividing one cake to 2 balls may not be equal, so I was aware that I may frog, but luckily I didn't have to. And this one of those anyway, I was using actually yeah, this one, because it has the short cable, and I just was using a bigger ball. I think I started with a smaller one. The way I just kind of felt it, that it's smaller, I knitted this one, and then I moved to another one. So now what I'm going to do, because I'm not following pattern, right? So what I'm going to do, oh yeah, the pattern tells you to knit certain size and then use the contrast color and do a folded sleeve. But because I'm tall and I read a few comments from people who knitted this sweater, and you can go on Ravelry to this Navelli pattern page and then check projects, and people have, you know, they write stuff. So the one lady said that she has broad shoulders, and that part was kind of sticking out. I did not have I don't have a big and positive ease, so this bit does not completely drops on my shoulder, it kind of stays, so I would probably have the same effect. And second of all, I wanted something longer. You know, we don't have summers that they're hot. If we do, they last a few hours, or that time lasts a few hours. I know it's kind of wonky, but still looks quite cool, isn't it? It reminds me something. It reminds me of carpet. I'm not sure. I need to, when I go back home, Mom, if you're watching, does it remind you of carpet? Anyway, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this yarn and split it to 2. I think I'll have to do that, or maybe not. I'm not sure. Should I split it or not? Because what I want to do, I want to decrease my stitches, and if you watch my previous episode, you know that I have 91 stitches over here. How I picked up, how I was counting out loud, hopefully right, you didn't laugh, so you will know. And I'm going to decrease, and I was thinking what needles to use, because I switched over here to 2.75, which is a size 2, I presume. I was knitting on the 3mm, so is that size 2.5? And I think I would be going over here for some, and I think I'll be going for some like this. So I may borrow one set of knitting and sock knitting needles, these, and knit my cups. And something similar, I was thinking, like this sweater that I'm wearing, it is machine knitted sweater, but something like that I was thinking, and I want to get with the other one, so, and get the same kind of length. So I probably will have to split it to 2 to make sure that I have enough. For sure. And we're going to use our fancy, now upgraded, a little bit fixed, a second life ball winder. That's my plan. Oh yes, sorry. This is your size 1, which is 2.25mm. So I'm going really tight, but I'm, you know, when I knit socks, I can pull them through my hand, so I hope it will be okay. It looks so pretty. And I hope this will stop rolling. It's kind of annoying, but I'll have to block it anyway. This brown color is Bubbles Yarns. And here is called Dawn in Irish brown. Now I had 100 grams, and as you can see, I used 60. Oh, let's say it's 60. So I used 40 grams for the bottom section for the brown color, and I need to split it now to 2/30s. Yes. Well, as you have seen, our fix did not work, so I had to round it in my hand. So we have 30 grams in each, and I'll see how much I can knit with it. But basically, like I said, I like to be able to pull it slightly up, and I think will give nice effect. Now I change plans, not casting on socks. I have to finish Navelli. Well, Navelli now is just, you know, a ribbing. So I'm thinking I'm going to switch to a shawl. As you can see, it's a gift knitting, and as you cannot see, this might be a new design. We shall see. Now I'm using DK yarn for the shawl, and I've used 50 grams, and I'm going to frog it all. Bold. Now, fun bit about knitting is that you can actually use your socks and go for a walk. That's what I try to do every day, but you know, life happens. But every day is a go. I have a few minutes, so I can tell you, for instance, I'm knitting something that I have in this bag. I showed you that I was thinking to use Drops Flora in my very old stash, but I'm using Lima, so a DK. And I have so far, I frogged it a few times. I can show you the back of the shawl. It's going to be a gift knitting. So slowly I'm writing it down while I'm knitting it, so hopefully everything will be fine. And I really, really like it. It kind of gives me some Christmassy vibe over here, so finger crossed. In case you're wondering, this is the yarn. I have only 4 balls and they're 50 grams. Lima, and the color is 9020. So that's that. So now check it out. Beverly is saying that the same Krause Eye Productions, the YouTube channel that I told you last time, has also a series of Tell Them of Us. I watched 2 episodes and they're really good actually, so check it out. Thank you for commenting. And now Anita is saying to check the Seascape sweater, and it is a free pattern. So this is Andrea Eatman, I think. I already have it as my favorites, and this is how it looks. If you have a few colors, you can literally have a beautiful sweater. And what we can see, it's for free, and you need DK weight yarn, 24 stitches. Oh, that's a small gauge for DK. Normally I get 20 or 19 for that. And I will definitely get 17, so unless I would do math and my own thing, but check that out, so beautiful. Okay, and a quick update in regards to this sweater. So this is Navelli sweater, and what I have changed, I cast on longer sleeves and I did this ribbing, but if I put it on, basically the blue thing finish around here, and the brown, it's maybe that long, because I know the pattern just goes to the arms, but I know I will have more wear out of it if the sleeves are slightly longer. So I finished one and I did tubular cast off. If you don't know how to do it, maybe on the screen you see I have a how I do tutorial, and one is 3 phases how you do stuff with a tapestry needle, and there is another video how I actually join in the round, because no, I haven't found a video on YouTube showing that, so just in case you're interested. So this is how it looks. I hope it's going to be okay, and it takes me a while now to knit this. What I'm doing over here is I'm doing 1 by 1 rib, and I'm using 9-inch circular, so for socks, and I don't have other size, so I'm using US size 1, which is 2.25mm needles, so as I would use for socks, although my circumference over here is 69 stitches. I'm just saying, so I had to reduce from 91, I think. Yeah, if you follow me through my episodes, you heard what kind of maths I was doing to, you know, to do this. So I have a kind of a sudden drop, but it will give slightly, not too much, gentle kind of puff over here when I slide it. So much fun. So my leftovers for the glue of yarn is that much. And the yarn is on the screen now, just in case you're wondering. Check this out.